first day of the week gave little hope. All of our expectations disintegrate in time, waiting in fear of a rap on a locked door. How can it be? I've been so changed in these times. What do I do? Where do I go? That was me to be a whore. But his words, go and sin no more, I could just not ignore. I need to go to just be near the one who took my fear. My mind's confused. How can this be? I feel like someone new. The cave is now before me. No, it can't be. And tears start anew. The half-light does its work and serve to chill my bones. Must tell the others, must find what to do. His closest two came with me now and rushed to the cave to return past. Before I even saw, the cave was empty. Why this should happen is beyond my knowing, but the linen's still there and nobody in it. I slipped to my knees in tears. I wept and heard a voice. Why do you weep? My Lord is gone. I know not where. I must go. Too long here now. Woman, why do you weep? Who do you seek? You must have moved him. Why? Where? If you have moved him, please tell me where. Mary. That voice. It can't be. My mind's playing up. That it must be. I must go, but I need to see that voice that called behind me. Stopping to turn. Now I see my mourning turn to joy. Master! Touch me not, he said, but I must know to accept what I see. Run! I must go to tell the others of what I have seen and know. He has risen and he is alive!
I am Dr. Ryan Capitulo, one of the builders of Feast SM Manila. I had a heavy burden in my heart when I started serving in the Light of Jesus family in 2004. The day I decided to be part of this spiritual family was the day I decided to follow Jesus and be his disciple. But there was a complication. You see, back then, I was a practicing homosexual. Well, I wasn't just a practicing gay man. I actually had lots of practice. I was addicted to pornography and homosexual acts, and I was deep into the homosexual lifestyle. My first 2 years of serving in ministry were the most difficult. I was already actively serving the Lord, and yet I kept on allowing myself to be pulled back into the LGBT lifestyle that I wanted to live. While my ministry work lifts me up, I keep on falling into sexual sins. I was living a double life. A man of pious service on one hand, and a man of fleeting sexual pleasures on the other. And I felt imprisoned in this vicious cycle of serving in church, committing sexual sins, hating myself, repenting, and then starting all over again. My heart was filled with so much guilt and shame, but by the grace of God, I persevered in serving in the feast, where I met mentors and friends to whom I could confide in, and they eventually became my accountability partners. The sacrament of confession became my refuge and my constant source of grace. With the help of my spiritual director, I received much needed counseling and therapy. It was also my spiritual director who referred me to Courage Philippines, a support group for people like me who struggle with same-sex attraction but desire to live in sexual purity. Our shared experiences with my brothers and sisters in Courage Philippines strengthened my resolve to continue on in my journey towards chastity. Looking back, I now realize that the people I met in my journey towards freedom, my mentors and friends in community, my confessor and spiritual director, my counselors and therapists, my brothers and sisters in Courage Philippines, they were all sent by God to make me feel His love. When these people spent time with me, those were times spent with Jesus. When they were patient with me, because I was really pasaway, I felt God being patient with me. When they did not give up on me, I felt God not giving up on me, especially during those times when I was so frustrated with myself and I wanted to give up on me. When they loved me, I felt God's love that is unconditional. These people whom God sent my way helped me carry the load that I found too much to bear. Now I get it. It's the unfailing love of God that lightened the load, the weight of my burden. It was the unfailing love of God that empowered me to overcome my struggles with homosexuality. I have been unburdened. I have been set free. And by the grace of God alone, I have been free from homosexual acts since February 1, 2006. That's exactly 13 years, 2 months, and 20 days today. I am now leading the Unfailing Love Light Group, a support group within the Light of Jesus family for men and women who share my struggle with homosexuality and who share my desire to live in sexual purity. I am now a broken healer to lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders who are also looking for the healing grace that I receive from the Lord. But I'm not saying that I have finally kicked homosexuality out of my system. Oh no. In fact, I still struggle with it every single day. Oh, but Jesus, His love unburdens me. His love keeps me anchored. His love helps me persevere in chastity. Thank you very much, and be set free by the grace of Easter.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nico Capuchon, and I come from the Feast Alabang district. I'm also the director for our Campus Life movement, and I lead a youth high in Bellevue Hotel under the Feast of Brother Arun Gogna. No, Capuchon, Nico Capuchon. Capuchon is actually an Italian name. Maniwala kayo sa hindi, meron po akong lahing Italian. Half Ita, half alien. I grew up in the South, and I have struggled for many years with my relationship with my parents. It wasn't because they weren't loving me. It was because I couldn't appreciate the way they were loving me. Because of that, my heart grew hard, and I became ungrateful and rebellious. You see, I grew up in a family of athletes, artists, and musicians. So, tough love and coaching and self-assurance, bordering pride, is something very naturally, is something very natural for us culturally in our family. Kumbaga, lumaki po ako sa pamilyang natural lang maging mayabang. And I realized it was only when I was already hurting other people that I realized that I was actually mayabang. No? Yung mga mayayabang, hindi naman nila aaminin na mayabang sila. Sino mayabang dito? Hindi tayo umaamin. No, I was blind to that until the point in my life that I was already hurting a lot of people. People that I love, people that loved me, people that were patient with me. And I hated it. I hated that I was serving the Lord, and yet people around me weren't feeling the love of God from me. Because I was toxic, I was demanding, I set such high standards among other people. And I remember a time when Brother Arun pulled me to the side and asked me, Nico, what's the problem? What's the problem? And I unburdened myself upon him, and I told him, Tito, I feel like I'm not giving enough for the Lord when my team is not doing their job. And I was struck, I was shocked. No, kung pwede kong gamitin yung shuketh. I was shooketh by the next words that he shared with me. Una sa lahat, ang sinabi niya sa akin, ganyan din ako dati. Nilaglag si Brother Arun. Ganyan din ako dati. And this next words that I will be sharing with you has been shared to me by my mentor before. And he told me this, Nico, no matter what you have done before, what you're doing right now, and what you will do in the future, tama man o mali, maganda man o hindi, ang importante, pinipili kang mahalin ng Diyos ngayon. That set my heart free. That set my heart free that a God who is so perfect, a God who is above everything, a God who is so transcendent can love someone like me, that I didn't need to earn that love, that it was freely given. And because of this kind of love that I have experienced in the feast, through my light group, yan sila Velden, sila Mike, sila Drus Kosho, sila Jay Ugawin, when they realized what I was going through with my family, when I realized that I wasn't feeling or understanding the love that was being given to me, they promised me na sila muna ang magmamahal sa akin. And because of that, I was constantly filled with love. I was being taught to be appreciative of who I am, of what is good in me. That I don't need to brag, that I don't need to achieve, that I am loved already. I became better. I became better in appreciating other people. I became better in appreciating God's love in my life as well. And I started to appreciate my parents better as well. I still remember that time when my light group head, Jay Ugawin, he pulled me to the side and asked me, Nico, it's great to see your progress, but don't you feel that there's something missing? Sabi ko, alam mo kuya, nararamdaman ko yan pero hindi ko alam. Alam mo yung parang may bumunot, may pumasok na kamay sa buhay mo tapos tinumbok yung hinahanap mo matagal na. And he said to me this, why don't you go back home and love your parents more? And so I did. I asked him, sabi ko, kuya, paano? Paano ko gagawin? Paano ko sisimulan? Sabi niya sa akin, Nico, simple lang. Yung pagmamahal na binibigay namin sa'yo ngayon, yung pagmamahal na binubuhos ng Diyos dito sa community, umuwi ka, buhos mo lahat doon. Huwag kang mag-complain kung meron silang binabalik o wala. Huwag kang mag-complain, huwag kang umasa na magiging okay kayo agad. Basta pag nasaktan ka ulit, napagod ka ulit, bumalik ka sa community, mamahalin ka namin doon, uwi ka sa bahay, buhos mo lahat doon. And I did that for 3 years. 3 years. The first time, I wrote a song for the community. And it was sung in Feast Alabang. I could remember that day I was on stage, I was playing the guitar and I was giving my best. And as I went downstage, I looked to my left and I saw on the aisle, my parents were there. I didn't know that they were coming because I knew that they were busy. I went towards them right after and with so much joy and excitement, I asked them, Dad, Ma, narinig niyo po? Narinig niyo po? Yung mami ko niyakap ako, sabi ko, oh, anak, ang galing mo. Pero syempre kasi, nanay ko yun eh. Kahit anong mangyari, gwapo ko sa paningin nun eh. I was anticipating what my dad was going to say. And he held me in his arms. And he embraced me and he whispered to my ears, Nico, I'm so proud of you. Ang galing-galing mo, anak. Ang galing-galing mo. And in my heart, I felt that my heart was being lifted up. You know? Sa bahay po kasi namin, matipid ang I love you, matipid ang good job, matipid ang I'm proud of you. That was one of the rare moments that I heard my dad tell me that. And in my heart, I was screaming. I was saying, Saan pa? Saan pa ako magsasalita? Ilang kanta pa gagawin ko? Lahat yan, kaya ko. Because my dad is proud of me. Because my dad is proud of me. You know, our relationship became better. Slowly, we had coffees with each other, coffee moments after lunch. We would be talking to each other for how many hours? Aabutan na kami ng paggabi na. And we would just be talking about anything under the sun. Hey, it's not perfect, but we've come a long way. But you know what truly healed my heart was when one time I was given the opportunity by my dad to share to him what I've felt for the longest time. And I told him my need for affirmation, my craving to be recognized by him, to be known by him. And he smiled at me and he shook his head and he told me, Nico, hinahanap mo no? Hinahanap mo talaga. Sabi ko, opo dad, kailangan ko yun. Kailangan ko malaman kung tama ba yung ginagawa ko. Kung okay ba ako sa mata mo. And this is what he told me. Nico, we've been proud of you your whole life. Bata ka pa lang. Mahal ka na namin. Hindi mo kailangan hanapin. Sorry kung hindi namin masyadong nasasabi sa'yo. Pero maniwala ka. Buong buhay mo. Tuwang-tuwa kami sa'yo. Now, as I lead young people who are also going through relational problems with their families and with their parents, I realize that a lot of us young people, we don't really understand the love of our parents. And because of what God has done in my life, I could go into their mess, I could dive into the mess of their families, and I could help them understand each other. I realized that at the end of the day, I don't need the recognition of the world. Because my parents, and most especially my God, sees the good in me, and that is enough for me. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Hallelujah. For those who would like to be free from their financial struggles and difficulties, make some noise. Come on, samahan niyo po ako. Woo! Pampalis lang po ng kaba. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. I am Brother Rex Rubillos, feast builder of Imus and Lancaster in Cavite. Sa maniwala kayo at sa hindi, noon po, mayaman ako at gwapo. Alam ko mahirap paniniwalaan na mayaman ako. Yung gwapo, mababakas pa rin. Siguro po ang iba sa inyo ay kilala ko or familiar na ang pangalan ko sa inyo. Na-mention na po ako ni Brother Bo sa mga books niya. At in fact, yung company po namin na featured din, one of the series ng ating talk, Prosper Series. Yes, I am the owner of a franchising company, Buns and Pizza Incorporated. Siguro po ang iba sa inyo ay familiar doon. Me and my wife, Grace, we established the business in the year 2006. Naging maganda po ang takbo ng business at naging mabilis ang expansion namin. Would you believe in a span of 3 years, nagkaroon agad kami ng 50 stores dito pa lang sa Luzon. During that time, na-experience po namin yung financial abundance. Nagkaroon kami ng mga properties, cars, at iba't iba pang businesses. Naging madali sa amin ang buhay that time. At ang akala ko po noon, wala nang katapusan. At the age of 35, ang feeling ko po noon, para akong isang boulder, isang malaking bato na di matitinag at di matitibag. Then ang bilis po ng pangyayari, nag-expand agad kami sa Visayas and Mindanao. From 50, naging 80 stores nationwide. Nagtayo kami ng mga offices namin sa Cebu, Cagayan de Oro. And I remember that time, wala akong ginawa kundi umikot sa mga offices namin every week. Ang sarap pong pakinggan na nag-i-expand kami, pero ang katotohanan, dun po nag-umpisa ang isang maling desisyon sa buhay namin. Masyado kaming nabigla sa mabilis na expansion. Yung akala naming expansion, kabaligtaran. Yung kinikita namin dito sa Luzon, nagiging pangtapal lang sa lugi namin sa Visayas and Mindanao. Nakakahiyaman pong aminin. Malaki lang tingnan ng company, pero ampaw, walang laman. Although nasisilaw at nalulunod pa rin kami sa maling katotohanan. Or I should say, natatakot lang kaming aminin ang totoo. Brothers and sisters, kung gaano po kabilis yung paglaki ng company at pagdami ng mga stores, ganun din po kabilis ang pagbulusok ng funds namin. Of course, di naman po namin pinapaalam sa iba. At kagaya siguro ng ibang mga negosyante na nandito ngayon, pinipilit pa rin naming ibangon ang unti-unting nalulugi at lumulubog na kumpanya. Sa paanong paraan? Utang dito, utang doon, hiram dito, hiram doon. In fact, naging best friend ko nga po si Arun noon. Pambayad sa utang ay galing sa utang until year 2011. Instead na tumigil kami sa pagninegosyo, nagtayo pa po kami ng panibagong negosyo. Almost the same concept, pizza di pugon. Pizza pa rin, but this time di na po franchising, and we offer a partnership scheme. As in 50-50 kami ng mga investors sa mga stores. That time, nag-concentrate kami sa Northern Luzon. Akala namin magiging okay na, pero ilang buwan pa lang, na-experience namin ng babaha at malubog ang madami naming stores sa norte. In short, yung konting naming natitirang funds, kasabay na rin pong nalubog at nawala.